Today we're going to be attempting to repair this wheel. It's got a hole in it somewhere. We've got to see if we can find out where and unplug it. I did buy a new tire for this and I will put it on soon. But this week is supposed to be several days into the 70s. And I want to be able to use this to enjoy what's left of the warm weather this year. And I'm not going to have time between now and then to do a full replacement. So I want to see if I can just patch this up and get it to work again for even just 1 or 2 days would be fine. So I bought something that cost $6, and of course it's coming in 2 plastic films. It was in here and now it's in here, and it's just a waste of material. Well, I suppose both of these bags will keep those because they're resealable. We use them for screws or something. So we got this. I suppose I should put the rest of the lights on. Be of benefit. This is a repair tool. It's very standard tire repair apparatus here. If I can get it out. It's just the little sticky strips that you stick in the hole. Now, I don't know if this is going to work, because I've used these to repair like regular vehicle tires before, for example, and the difference is that the thickness of something like this tire is much more. You know, if the hole is, like, say here, for example, you've probably got 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch of depth to put it into, and it's going to get a good hold. Or if it's in between, nothing's going to contact it, in theory, so it shouldn't have a problem. But with something like this, you know, these are what, 1/8 of an inch thick maybe, and it's a fairly flat surface, so it's going to wear down over time. And then, you know, if a pebble or something hits it just right, I don't see why it wouldn't just push in and then break. But I don't know, maybe it'll work just fine. So I've got the little Husky 12-volt inflator from the Free, which I use this thing all the time. This is one of my favorite Free finds. This was it wasn't even in the trash. It was just randomly in a parking lot with a bunch of other stuff that was clearly discarded for some reason, but I don't know what the reasoning was. So let's fill this up. I'm hoping that I can just use my ears to find out where it is. I think the hole has gotten pretty large by now because I've used it a couple of times since it broke initially, and it's been lasting less and less time. Last time I used this, it only lasted like 10 or 15 minutes, so it's got to have a decent leak by now. If I can't hear or feel where the leak is, we'll get some water and spray some soapy water on there and find out where it is. See if it takes. Oh. This is tubeless. I'm surprised it took that easy. Is this sitting on the... It's not sitting on the rim properly there. I want to make sure this is sitting on here correctly, because we're going to put it up a little bit higher than recommended. In hopes to get the best shot of hearing where it's leaking from. Alright, it's on properly now. 70. Take 65. I usually put it up to 70. Alright, let's see what we got here. Huh. Well, that was easy. It's right here. Definitely luck of the draw on that one. Wow. It's right up top. I can hear it. Can you hear it? It does look like there's something stuck in there. Like maybe a piece of metal or something. That's kind of weird. Alright, let's mark it before I lose it. Let's get a piece of tape or something. Here we go. We'll just use this. I'll just use this label here. I can't believe that was so easy. Okay, so what I would normally do is I would take a small drill bit and I would drill out a little hole where the problem is. And then I'd stick that thing in there. So let's see. I'm going to have to use something very small in this. And hopefully, if I do it just right, I can get the, whatever that is in there to come out. I think that we're going to have to take that out before we patch it back up. Otherwise, it's not going to hold right. Yeah, there's definitely like a piece of metal or something there. No, it's not metal. It's glass. Yep, it's a little piece of glass. That'll do it. Don't throw bottles on the road. Wouldn't be having this problem right now. Yeah, that's a lot of air coming out of there. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so we got a pretty good size hole there now. I'm going to take one of these things here and see if I can stick it in there. We got time. This stuff is very sticky. I'm not a big fan of sticky things, especially food. Although I do like syrup and honey. And tape. I like tape. And I guess I like this if it works. Okay, well, this is not working. This is what I was concerned about. I think the surface area is too small. There's nothing that's going to hold this in place. The heck? Now it's coming out the Schrader valve for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that this is going to work. That really stinks. It doesn't surprise me, but... yeah, that did not work at all. I'll try it again. This is kind of what I expected. The problem is that the surface area of the wheel is just too small, and there's nothing for this to really grab onto when you put it in. Unless the hole is too small, that could be too. It might need a bigger hole. Oh, actually, that time, that seemed like it might have had the potential to work. But then it comes out with the tool, so I'll go back to my original theorem of the surface area is too small. Well, it is in there now. Let's see if it takes any pressure. I don't hear anything. I think it might have actually worked. We're currently at 40 psi. Oh, we got trouble here. I didn't see that. It's off the rim on one side. Over here, it's off the rim. It's up to 70. And I don't hear anything. I think it's working. Well, I'll let this sit overnight. Still wouldn't trust this long term or for a long distance, but I'll let this sit overnight, and we'll come back in the morning, or probably not in the morning, but we'll come back sometime tomorrow. We'll check this and see what the pressure is. Hopefully this holds, and this can last a couple days, and then we'll replace the whole wheel. It's been 2 or 3 days now since I fixed this, and somewhat surprisingly, it's still holding. I haven't put a tire gauge on here to confirm it numerically, but it really doesn't feel like it's lost any air. So today is the day that I wanted to use this. It is 75 degrees out, which is exceptionally warm for October 31. In fact, I would not be surprised if this is record-breaking temperatures. So I put the basket on here, and I'll put the can. What is this garbage? Go ahead.
You are currently the only person in this conference.
Hello? Stupid. I'll put the camera on here like this, and hopefully nothing will happen, but if it does, if some kind of freak show occurs, at least maybe we'll get it on video. It's been a couple hours since I've used this. I wanted to let it sit for a while to see if it had started leaking, and I don't think that it's leaking. It seems like it hasn't lost any air whatsoever. So I'm going to say that this repair was successful and is holding 100%. How long it'll do that for, I don't know. But for now, it seems fine. I might leave it for a while just out of curiosity. Now that it's getting colder out, with the exception of today, I'm not going to be going very far anymore. So if it does happen to break, wouldn't be all that big of a deal just to walk home. The video, I feel like that could have been a cool angle, but I don't know how much of it is actually usable because I think the camera kept falling out of place because there's no suspension on here, so any change in elevation or any bump, whatever, put a big jolt on the basket mount here. So I think a lot of that video is probably unusable, but maybe I'll try again in the future if it does look like an interesting angle. So that's that. Successful tire repair. At least the second time I tried was successful. I wonder at the first time if it didn't work because there was too much air in the tire. And I couldn't get it in correctly the first time. I don't know. It's been a couple of years since I've had to use that stuff, and I really just don't remember exactly what the correct procedure is.